Alrighty, hey there, two-stroke turbo fans. Welcome back to the channel. I know you are all super fans, you're two-stroke turbo super fans. Looking at my 1952 British sports car here. This is a proper British sports car. It's a roadster. It's a 1952 Singer on an MG frame with a Volvo engine, and it's quite the car. And next to the car, in her little tiny bed, is my shop dog Stella, and she's probably, oh, her eyes are open. How about that? Give us a little wink. Probably gonna get your head dirty by greasy gloves. Stella's been with me 9 years. She's going on 10 years old. She's still got the energy of a Spitfire. That thing, that dog, man, that dog can run. What are we doing today? So a couple days ago, we were trying to bleed the brakes on our Singer. Turn the light on here for you. And I could not get anything to come out of the bleeder. I kept looking at the bleeder going, is it clogged? What's going on? So I followed the line back to the axle, and if you look close, some idiot pinched the line underneath one of the two axle U-bolts. So there's no fluid coming in there. So I'm going to replace this line. Probably just going to cut it, leave that alone. Also notice there was a little bit of leakage inside here. If you look at the back of the backing plate, it looks wet, and I thought that the axle seal, the one in there, was leaking. Turns out this is leaking. This flange is leaking, and it's leaking on the outside of the drum, like the outside flange of the drum, and then it's making its way inside the drum. So the drum's all wet, and it's kind of getting slung inside here and then making its way to the shoes. Either case, I got to fix that. So I got to figure out how to seal this. I guess I just take this off. Maybe the axle comes out, I don't know. And I got a silicone, I got to keep axle oil from getting into my shoes, and then get the line fixed and get the lines bled, and should have my brakes back. So that's the plan for today. We're going to work on that. In the meantime, we're going to take a little commercial break here. Stella, where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, what do you see out there? Oh boy, there's something out there. She's going to find it. Okay, so we're a little farther on the Singer rear end issue. If you notice, there are 3 countersunk holes here. There was only one being held, so the prior owner left me -2. I pulled out the flange, I cleaned up the flange surfaces. The seal seems okay, but I think it's just not being clamped properly. Although that's not countersunk and that's not countersunk, so I might have to fix that. And then I might put a little goop on this flange here, some Permatex, and keep this oil from coming out of the bearing and slinging around and getting everything wet. So that's that. We're going to fix that, and then we'll move on. Okay, so we're buttoning up the Singer a little bit here. We found some of the screws that were missing. There's 3 screws that hold this flange on. I countersunk the axle so the screws are flat, so the drum has a nice flat perch. I put in a new O-ring. I went through my O-ring box, and I put a new O-ring between the flanges, and also gooped it up with some Permatex, oh, what is it? Non-hardening former gasket. That seems to work pretty good on rear end and axle oil stuff. So I cleaned the flanges really well with the wire wheel, and then gooped it up and wiped off the excess. I think that's going to seal that problem. Now we just got to make a brake line and clean our shoes and drum and put it back together and bleed the brakes. Okay, we're a little further along. You can see we've got bubbles coming out of our bleeder, which is good. We got our new line all the way to the center. No more pinched line, which is still residual right there. There are a ton of air, which is what I thought. Now we can have actually brakes working and no oil leaking. So let's bleed this a little more and see what happens. Okay, and as a follow-up, just like that, we drove the little hot rod home. We now have no more axle oil leaking onto our brakes, and the brakes are working. Car stops fantastic. Stella is missing. She loves riding in this car, even when it's parked. It's a nice, comfortable place to take a nap. I think the next thing I want to do is a little aesthetic. I think I want to get rid of these and put a belt across, or two belts, however that works, across the top. That might look pretty good. The old Singer has got its summer rendezvous, and as soon as the weather turns, I have to put this thing away because it has no wiper, no heater, and no top. So once it starts raining here in Portland, Oregon, this car kind of gets put away for the summer. But I have really enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed working on it, fixing it up, making it better. What do you guys think? Put down in the comments what you think. Stell, you like that horn? Give me a yawn. Oh yeah. So, all right, that's it for the Singer for a while, I think. I'm going to work on the DKW next. I think I might put that new expansion chamber pipe on there tomorrow. Still, you're going to be disappointed if you can't ride in a Roadster. Who knows? Maybe I'll drive it more, as long as the weather holds out. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video. You guys are the greatest.